Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
Who are your... So that is all we are to you? Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
Speak clearly, then. And answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
It's locked. The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere. It's locked. This castle is falling apart. Like most castles, this one has a crypt. And it holds something special inside. Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered. That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently. This painting looks suspicious. A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for. Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. One last switch, and here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. One last switch, and here's another switch. I should keep looking. One last switch, and what are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. One last switch, and here's another switch. I should keep looking. One last switch, and voila.
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this Really? Him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
But you had your whole life there.
Not anymore. Especially after my dear Charlotte was murdered.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
No. London is doomed. The East End, Whitechapel, the West End. So many districts gone. And soon the whole country will follow.
This city has been rotten to the core for so long. If it wasn't this plague, it would have been wiped out by another catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill, and spread the blood of hate.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
No redemption, then?
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scales, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood in 1551 in Hertfordshire. My parents owned a pub in Hoddesdon. Are you satisfied?
We hate people who like...
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
No, I cannot. You chose to follow Ascalon's orders. You unleashed an immortal Aloysius Dawson into this already fragile and suffering city.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. for my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want, then?
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
Oh shit.
I found...
Then
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
she was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
Damn it.
Then
How did you defeat it?
we fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long, as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
This is
You were
badass.
never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't
I
stand.
better get the reward for this.
Who cares? We are vampires. We are death.
I wasn't talking about the game.
No, Jonathan. I won't bring another disaster into this world.
I can't lose you, Elizabeth. Even if it means putting the whole world at risk.
How can you say such an awful thing? Where is the Jonathan I once saved from a
He's
scowl in this abandoned factory?
I'm not that frightened man anymore.
Damn right, Jonathan.
I've learned
Talk your
so
shit.
much. Done so much.
I see. So there is nothing worth living for in this world anymore. Farewell, my love.
No.
Farewell.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung and your path chosen. England is safe, the price paid most dear. But what do you care? You are the one who keeps killing. You've chosen your path, my fallen champion, like others before you. Prey to lust and desire, slave to the everlasting thirst. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas, she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Hell yeah. That was a pretty fun game, guys. So I don't usually play dialogue-heavy games. Like I'm not someone who's gonna be in here playing Skyrim, you know, Telltale. As much as I love Telltale games when I was a teenager, I like the voice acting, the potions, curing the people, finding all the objects and stuff. It's fun. One thing I will say, and I'm not used to RPGs, but so basically I found this knife in like the first video. You can go back and watch it, and it completely cut out like 3 quests. It killed this one dude's hand and took the one dude I killed, who I think he hurt his hand or whatever. It was like his knife. No, sorry, it was the soldier guy who was in love with the chick who thought she was a vampire, but she wasn't, and it like completely screwed up his hints. I don't think the game should just punish you for exploring, because I'm not someone who explores. The irony of me being not someone who likes to explore in games, I usually go story, and skip like anything that I don't care about. and it actually punished me the one time I wanted to explore. I don't know, that last part with that William guy, I mean, I want to say that was cool, but like shoving some badass dude like that at the end of the game, like, I don't know, that seems like the kind of, like if I would have met that guy in chapter like 4 or something, maybe I would have liked him more. Like, I don't know. So it was a game. It was one of the games of all time, you know. Like a 6 out of 10 maybe. Like the voice acting, the combat was decent enough. I like the biting. I'm not a fan of the combat just being basically 1-2 pause, 1-1-2 pause. And it's basically 2 heavies or 2 lights with the stake or the heavy. The werewolves and the vampires were really no threat other than that one time where I was like really underleveled. I think it's after I bit that dude when I showed up in chapter 2, and I died like 2 or 3 times I think because I wasn't really I wasn't paying attention to combat. So there was like that aspect. The vampire hunters and the werewolves and the skulls are really no threat. Granted, I'm playing on easy, so I'm talking a lot of shit about a dude who played a game on easy. From day one, I wanted to make sure that I did eat everybody a run. You might see me do another run of this game where I do pacifist. I'm not really that kind of guy, and I don't really want to run around and like. I don't really want to run around and find all the hints and stuff. I think that's kind of lame. So, I don't know. It was a solid game. Like, I would give me like a year to forget all the plot twists and such, and I would probably play this again. But like playing it next week, probably not. The weapons just... I feel like I could have gone through the whole game with the green weapon and it probably would have made no difference. I leveled up a ton of golds at the end of the game. And granted, they did help me kill the one lady who was like a special skull, and then the Blood Queen. I did that. That was pretty fun. The one boss fight in the entire game that I was like, oh shit, I actually might not be able to just spam. Playing this on normal or hard, I believe, makes it your choices like a lot harder. But I don't know. So yeah, guys, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna play next. I'm healing from a back surgery, as I said. I apologize for the abrupt cut in the last stream, dude. I had just gotten home. I think that was the day after I got home from the hospital, and they gave me a flu shot. And I don't typically. I usually get. So I have a lot of issues like with asthma and stuff, and I typically get doctor's home. Like, I'm a really strong believer in medicine because they really saved my life. So I was playing, and like, quite literally, my body felt like somebody had just taken me outside and like barf on me. My legs, my shoulders, my neck, everything hurt. Not in like, oh my god, I hurt so bad I need to go back to the hospital hurt, but like, oh my god, I can't lift my arms. Copy that with the load screens in this game. I was going crazy. I shut the stream off before I said something that probably would have got me like suspended, but yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty good game. There's like 5 vampire video games out there. There's this, there's Vampire Masquerade, there's Vampire Masquerade Swan Song, I think there's like an RPG vampire game that came out like last year, 6 months ago. But yeah. So I have Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 to play. I have Lego Incredibles to play. Lego Hobbit and Pirates of the Caribbean are both on sale right now. I might pick those up right now after this stream. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I expect more Lego stuff coming up. Lego stuff seems to do pretty decent on this channel. Like 90% of all my best videos that do more than 30 views are Lego games. So I'll say that's I think that's a good night for y'all. Thanks for watching if you watched. But yeah, vampires are badass. I hope vampires have like a re-emergence and we get more fighting vampire games. Like, imagine like a God of War style game with vampires, bro. And I don't mean killing the vampires, I mean playing as the vampire, draining people. Like 27 hit vampire claw combos, blood whips, turning into bats, having like a blood boiling technique like this game. Like, just imagine the ideas you can come up with. But yeah, that'll be it for them. That'll be it, guys. Thanks for watching.